Welcome back to the series of sessions on advanced concrete technology. Today we will start discussing mineral admixtures. Mineral admixtures are pozzolanic materials that are added to concrete by replacing some amount of cement in order to improve certain qualities of concrete. These materials are very fine powders with some cementitious properties. Since they are replacing some amount of cement, the heat of hydration of the concrete mix get reduced, as well as since the cement content is reduced, there will be reduction in drying shrinkage. The reduction in cement also leads to savings in terms of cost. The pozzolanic materials react with the calcium hydroxide, which is formed during the hydration of cement, and this calcium hydroxide, which is an alkali, sometimes react with the aggregates in concrete and forms an expansive compound which will lead to the cracks in concrete. Since these calcium hydroxides are reacting with the pozzolanic materials and forming CSH gel, the presence of calcium hydroxide in concrete reduces, and thus the alkali aggregate reaction got reduced. These pozzolanic materials that we have added are very fine powders and the particles are rounded in shape. As a result, the workability of concrete gets increased. Since it has an inherent property of improving the workability, the water requirement also gets reduced. These fine particles will form a dense concrete mix, and as a result, the resistance to concrete attack by the sulfates and the chlorides will be reduced. Thus, the concrete becomes watertight. Thus, it is also resistant to leaching. The pozzolanic materials are siliceous in nature and it contains some amount of aluminum oxide. Hence, they are not cementitious by its own. When these materials react with calcium hydroxide in presence of water, they could form CSH gel, which will be imparting strength to the concrete. But it is noted that the addition of pozzolanic material could improve the strength of concrete only after some time. The time is basically needed for the hydration of ordinary Portland cement. Only on the hydration of ordinary Portland cement, calcium hydroxide and CSH gel will be formed. The calcium hydroxide thus formed will not be imparting strength to concrete. Hence, it is advantageous to remove some amount of calcium hydroxide from the concrete mix in order to improve the strength of concrete. These pozzolanic materials in that case could react with calcium hydroxide and form CSH gel. The pozzolanic materials can be natural pozzolanas or artificial pozzolanas. The natural pozzolanas are clay, opaline cherts, diatomaceous earth, volcanic materials, etc. The difficulty in using natural pozzolanas is that they may be containing more impurities and they need purification. Also, they will be available in large particle size. In order to use it as an ingredient to cement, we have to grind it properly. Nowadays, artificial pozzolanic materials are available as industrial waste from various industries. Some of the artificial pozzolanas are fly ash, blast furnace slag, silica fume, rice husk ash, metakaolin, surki, etc. These artificial pozzolanas, being industrial waste, are cheap as well as it will be utilized in concrete so as to reduce the ecological problems that may be caused due to the deposition of such industrial waste. First of all, let us discuss about fly ash, which is an industrial waste produced from the thermal power plants which utilizes coal as the fuel. On combustion of powdered coal, fly ash is produced in abundance. Utilization of fly ash has economical, social and technical aspects. Fly ash, being an industrial waste, is available in abundance. Around 75 million tons of fly ash is produced per year. Since it is a waste material, it is very cheap to be replaced in place of cement, which is considered to be a costly commodity. Utilization of fly ash reduced environmental pollution as well as The reduction in the utilization of cement in concrete when fly ash is used in concrete could save carbon footprint. It is observed that around 7% of carbon dioxide emission on Earth is due to the production of cement. Considering the technical aspects, since we could reduce the amount of cement in concrete, it is observed that the heat of hydration value of that particular concrete is reduced, as well as the plastic shrinkage also reduces. The fly ash is having a small particle size, and as a result, the concrete which utilizes fly ash has reduced porosity as well as good strength and durability characteristics. Regarding the fresh concrete properties, the water requirement for the required workability is found to be less, as well as it increased the workability characteristics of the concrete. Also, it is observed that the possibilities of bleeding was also less, and due to the small particle size of fly ash particles, the concrete that utilized fly ash had good finish. Considering the chemical properties of fly ash based on a random sample, we could observe that generally an OPC cement will be having around 20% of silicon oxide and 60% of calcium oxide. When we are moving on to the different types of fly ash available, Class F fly ash is having around 55% of silicon oxide and 25% of aluminum oxide. Considering Class C fly ash, it is having around 40% of silicon oxide and 25% of calcium oxide. Among the three different types of fly ash listed, Class F, Class C and Class N, Class F and Class C are utilized according to the need. Class C fly ash is preferred when the early strength is more important than the later strength. Since Class C fly ash is containing some amount of calcium oxide, it could give early strength to the concrete. Whereas Class F fly ash is having mainly the silicon oxide content along with some amount of aluminum oxide. Hence, it could impart strength to the concrete only after calcium hydroxide is formed on the hydration of cement. Considering the physical properties of fly ash based on a random sample, here we could see that the particle size is in the range of 0.5 to 40 micron. Compared to cement, which is having a particle size of 90 micron down, the particle size of fly ash is much lower than that. Comparing the surface areas, cement is having a surface area of 300 meter square per kilogram. Here we can see that the surface area of fly ash is 75 into 10 raised to 3 to 300 into 10 raised to 3 meter square per kilogram. So there is a large surface area compared to cement in case of fly ash. The large surface area enables fly ash with a higher reactivity with the surrounding materials. Now, considering the bulk density, it is in the range of 950 to 1050 kg per meter cube. In case of cement, it is around 2800 to 3100 kg per meter cube, and from this we can understand that the bulk density of fly ash is around 1/3 of that of cement. That will enable fly ash to create a concrete which is having a less self weight. Similar to the tendency in bulk density, we can see that specific gravity is 2.11 compared to 3.1 in case of cement. So definitely the reduction in bulk density as well as specific gravity enables fly ash to create concrete which is having a density or the self weight of concrete much less than that of ordinary Portland cement based concrete. Considering the pH values, it is 10.3, that is purely basic in nature. It is always preferred to add materials which is basic in nature to concrete because acidic materials cause corrosion in concrete reinforcement. Considering the method of addition of fly ash can be added to cement while the manufacturing of cement, or it can be added to concrete while mixing. There are Two different types of fly ash generally used, class F and class C. Class F fly ash contains basically the silicon oxide contents. There the amount of calcium oxide present is much less, maybe it is much less than 5%. Hence, class F fly ash has only pozzolanic properties, that is, it will be creating CSH gel only on the availability of calcium hydroxide, and as a result it can gain strength only at a later stage. When we are considering class C fly ash, it is observed that it will be containing good amount of calcium hydroxide in the range of 10 to 25%. As a result, class C fly ash has its own cementitious properties, and hence it could give its own strength characteristics, such as it could create CSH gel at an earlier stage. Considering the fact that fly ash is available in abundance as it is an industrial byproduct from the thermal power plants, also the utilization of fly ash will be reducing the environmental pollution. Researchers have done a lot of research in order to increase the volume of fly ash that is incorporated in concrete. That led to the invention of high volume fly ash concrete, in which around 50 to 60% of concrete is fly ash. It is mainly utilized in mass concrete applications. The main requirement for mass concrete application is the less heat of hydration. Fly ash could reduce the quantity of cement that is incorporated in concrete. As a result, the amount of heat of hydration produced during the process of hardening of cement will get reduced. That will be definitely beneficial for mass concrete applications. Also, fly ash imparts better workability to the concrete. Considering the strength aspects, it is observed that the finer fly ash particles get attached to the cement particles and distribute the cement particles in concrete, as a result of which the entrapped water particles will be released, and it ensures better hydration of cement, and in turn it will lead to better strength of concrete. Properties of high volume fly ash concrete are similar to that of fly ash concrete, but at a larger scale. It is observed that the reduction in heat of hydration is much larger than that of an ordinary fly ash concrete when we are utilizing high volume fly ash in concrete. It is also observed that we need to give longer period of curing because the strength gaining will be taking place at a slower pace. Due to the utilization of calcium hydroxide, which is produced during the hydration of cement, the alkali aggregate reaction will get reduced. Also, due to the smaller size of particles of fly ash, it is observed that high workability is obtained during the utilization of high volume of fly ash in concrete. The advantage of thick packing, due to the presence of small size particles of fly ash, it is observed that the concrete gains reduced permeability, resistant to penetration of chemicals such as chlorides and sulfides, and resistance to freezing and thawing, and also resistance to reinforcement corrosion.